Hello, my lovely Leo, and welcome to your weekly energy reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, do check out your love bonus and your monthly reading and moon reading if you haven't had a chance. If you do enjoy this, however, please do like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because your May readings will be coming up very shortly, and you don't want to miss those. So let's go ahead and get these started. We don't do reversals on the weekly readings, but we do on the monthly and love. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? All right. Okay. So we have the Strength card to start out, okay? And I do love this card. It's probably my favorite card in the deck because I do feel like this is something where it kind of lets me know when it starts out a reading that you have really gathered your strength. So I feel like when I see this card to start a reading that you've come through some things. You know, I don't feel like it's something where, you know, you've just had strength, luck. Everything's been hunky-dory, smooth sailing. You know, you've just been, positive to positive. You know, everything's just been on the up and up. I feel like this is something where, you know, you've been up against it. Okay. So maybe you've had to, you've taken one step forward and two steps back. Maybe you've just been spinning your wheels. Maybe you've just been stagnant. Maybe you've been overworked and underpaid. Maybe you've been spread thin. Maybe you've been, just exhausted. Maybe you've had medical issues. Maybe, you've been struggling to find a job, or the job you've had has been awful, or it's not paying enough, or it's a toxic work environment, or maybe you've come out of a bad relationship, or maybe you're in a bad relationship, whatever it may be. I feel like this is that shift, okay? This is that change for you. This is the change where you are gathering your strength to say, I'm done. This is it. Bye-bye. No more. And it's where a shift is happening, okay? So your strength is being pulled together to make that change where you're saying, I no longer accept the way things are and I'm changing them. So, you know, you're either coming out of that relationship that's not benefiting you anymore, or not serving you anymore, or not helping you, or it's negative, or it's whatever. Or you are, maybe you've been out of a relationship forever and you've been by yourself, and now you're gathering your strength to say, you know what? I feel like I'm okay to accept love now. Maybe I had a horrible relationship in the past, but I'm not going to hold that against somebody else. I'm going to start this new relationship and give this person their own chance so that I can have my own chance to show my strength and my happiness and my joy, and move forward with my life because I'm a strong person and I know I can always, cut this person off if they don't treat me the way I deserve to be treated. I know that, okay? And the same thing if it's a work situation. You know what? I will let them know that if they do not treat me with respect or give me the raise I am promised or this or that, I will walk. And this time I do mean it. I'm going to make good on that because I know what I'm worth. I know my self-worth. I know my value. I know I'm strong, and I know I can find something better or something else that I enjoy more. Those kinds of things. So those changes are coming for you. If you haven't already started making those changes, they are impending. Okay. And the King of Pentacles is your energy to follow that. I absolutely see this. Okay. So I feel like this King of Pentacles energy is, I feel like this is your energy. It could also be somebody coming in if you are of that situation. Again, take it as it resonates, because if you're of that situation where, you have come out of a bad relationship and, maybe you've been alone for a while, and you kind of haven't felt secure enough to let anyone love you, or you love anyone else, you've kind of been like, I don't trust, I don't want to get involved, that was awful, I'm kind of burnt on it, no way. This could be somebody coming in that is of that kingly mentality, that solid, firm, safe, stable type of, personality that you feel comfortable, safe, and secure with. And, because you've been able to harness your strength and know it's okay and safe for me to love again, I'm going to go ahead and let this person in. Okay. But, take it as it resonates. If that's not you, that's not your situation, this could be you. Okay. This could very much be your energy that you're harnessing to, move forward in a position, a job where you say, you know what, either you're going to give me my due, okay, my raise, my promotion, my whatever, and they will either give it to you, or you'll say, I'm out. And if you make good on that, I have no doubt that this is going to be the outcome, that you're going to actually do better. But I do feel like for most of you that when you actually come up off your strength, and they actually see that they are potentially going to lose you, they're not going to want to do that. You're going to be able to earn more coin. You're going to be able to dictate more, have some more authority. People will walk all over you as long as you let them, okay? But once you start showing your strength, I do think that people will realize your value, okay? But you have to realize it first. And I think that's what's happening here. You're realizing your value, and then you're forcing others to see it. And once they do, they'll start respecting you, and you'll start getting the respect you deserve financially at work, and potentially from others if you want to have a relationship. This could be a very, good, abundant relationship with somebody very stable. This down here, okay, though, the the Five of Swords, I do feel like this here is going to be a couple different possibilities depending on where you sit. For some of you, I see this as a very jealous situation. This could be some strife with somebody that is very jealous of your newfound strength, okay? Anytime you're doing well, right, there's always haters, okay? There's always going to be people. You start getting that promotions at work. You start getting those new relationships. Best friends feel left out, right? They're back here. They feel like you've left them for the new significant other. And so they're not as loving, and this is a jealousy issue for them. Work colleagues, they're back here talking about you behind your back because you've moved on at work above them maybe, or you're making more money than them, or whatever it may be now, because you finally walked in and said, I'm going to have this respect because I deserve it. I'm going to have this stuff you've promised me because I need it. I've earned it. I've worked for it. I deserve it. You've harnessed your own strength. And when you do that, there's haters. Okay. For sure. That's not even a question. Okay. But on a second part of this, okay. And this is similar. It's still the same in the regard that it is haters or jealousy. But this could be, for those of you this might be a potential relationship where you're allowing yourself to love again, have love. This could be, exes coming back, okay? You've left, you're trying to go on with your life, but, back here you have exes that are doing their little mouth running, right? Okay. And this person, if this is a kingly, stately person that's coming into your life, gender neutral, of course, their ex may not be thrilled to have lost them either. Your ex, if they were toxic and horrible, are they going to be happy to see you happy? No, they thrive off of your misery. Obviously, that's why they were toxic. So, can you see them both back there possibly trying to, cause drama for you, cause trouble because they're jealous, because this and that? Of course. So just bear that in mind, okay? Anytime you're happy, anytime you're doing well, there's always somebody who wants to knock you down. Misery loves company. Keep that in mind. And, I kind of look at this as just further proof that you're going to be doing well, right? I just really do. But let's see what your challenge card is going to be. And don't be surprised if it's this card all over again, because wow. I just feel like that's the case. It's kind of like almost confirmation that you're doing well when you have haters, right? It's like when you see stars or celebrities that are like really, the more popular they get, it seems like the more, social media backlash or haters they get. It's like, of course, because the more people are liked or the more positive they're doing, the more people, we got a jumper. Okay, so the World. And I think this is something where, your challenge is closing something out, okay? the world is kind of a closure, a come to fruition. And I feel like that's going to be your challenge here. And this may be the challenge with you, because if you do give an ultimatum at work, for example, if they aren't able to give you what you want, or won't give you what you want, and you really do feel like you are being overworked and underappreciated, you may have to truly close that chapter out. You may have to harness your strength and close it out. Move on to something else. You may have to. This card may be you having to leave work behind because they aren't going to give you what you want. Okay. And they may be the jealous people back here. They're like, who do they think they are? And you leave, but you're better. Okay. You're better off. You're going to be better off. Okay. Your strength is never a weakness. Believe that. Okay. But it may be a challenge for you. You may be scared. You may have reservations. You may have second thoughts. You may be like, okay, I can't do this. I don't want to leave. I'll never find anything that has this much vacation or this much build up or whatever, yada, yada, yada. But you will, okay? If you're worried about it and before you give the ultimatum, put your feelers out. Trust me, you'll find things. I promise you, okay? But the other thing is, this is closure in regards to the potential. Maybe, again, if there's exes involved, if there are coworkers involved, you may have to close those people off, close them out, and it may be very difficult. They may either not want to be closed out if they're exes that want to cause drama, or they may be coworkers that it's just hard to, as much as you want to disregard, or people say, just ignore them, don't listen to them. It's easy to say that, but it's really harder to do that when they're right there talking about you behind your back in the, workroom or the break room or whatever, right? I mean, I know what that's like. We all know what that's like. It's easy to say, just don't pay attention to them. They're just jealous. That's easy to say. It's a lot harder to do. I get it. Okay. So closing it out may be a challenge for you, but do the best you can, because again, remember this, your strength is never going to be a weakness. It's literally by definition, not weakness. It's strength. Okay. So anything you do to promote yourself or stick up for yourself or defend yourself for what you deserve is never going to be a bad thing. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. This is the psychic deck. So let's see what we can find out here on your strength. All right. Solar plexus chakra. Okay. So if you're dealing with this as your desires, as the things you want, the things that you are needing for flow, healthy, happy, breathe deep, and I want that. It's something that is like really what you're hoping to gain with harnessing your strength. Again, I feel like this is the psychic deck, the universe, spirit, all telling you that you need to harness all of your needs, wants, desires, those kinds of things. And for your flow, harness that with all of your strength, okay? And make sure that you are doing what is best for you and put it out there. Because again, anything you're doing to defend yourself, to make your life better, to stick up for yourself, to, protect yourself, to get what you deserve. Okay. And I'm not talking about deluding yourself, but I am talking about if you know that you really do deserve that, or you've been promised that, or you've been told these things, then, and you desire that, and you believe that, and you trust that, and that's what you feel, then you have every right to be happy and to go for that. Harness that strength and go for that. And if other people want to act like total clowns, then that's their problem. That may be hard to close them out. It may be hard to end some things, cut off work, cut off coworkers, cut off exes. These things may be hard to cut off, but you know what? Eventually, if you give them no reaction, they'll close themselves out, right? Bullies feed off reaction. Okay, so the best thing you can do is just try to give them no reaction. I mean, I know that's, again, easier said than done, but just try to give them no reaction, because it's the best thing you can do. When they don't get a reaction, they don't get any joy out of your pain and suffering, right? So King of Pentacles and the World. Let's see what we got here in the Moon deck. Balance. Okay. And again, I feel like that's like the main thing here is keeping a good balance. Okay. And what the Moon deck is telling you here is that, you know, for your own personal balance, do your best to try to close them out. Okay. If it's not giving you what you need, you know, you've got to harness your Pentacles energy, your kingly energy. If this is somebody coming into you that has kingly energy, balance that with your own, okay? For your own health, well-being, strength, all of that, okay? But if these people are causing you issues, or you can't close out the job because of you're struggling to do that. It's hard to cut loose from a job you've been at for a while. Those kinds of things. Or you can't close out these exes because they're still aggravating you. Or you can't close out people at work if you got the promotion because they're talking about you. Okay, try to balance your emotions with your wants, needs, desires, right? So the best thing you can do is, again, try your best to know that you deserve this and enjoy it, but at the same time, try to just give no reaction, okay? I know that's easier said than done, but that's the best way for them to close it out themselves if you can't, okay? Because it's all a balancing act, right? It really is. Because otherwise, you know what? If you let them get to you, you're going to give up anything that's important to you, right? If you let them get to you, they're going to throw you over here where you say, forget it. It's not worth it. I'll just keep the crappy job that I had. I'll just forget dating this person that I really like. Because it's not worth it, And if you only go with what you want, and you just let them keep on and on, aggravating you, and you keep going back and back and back at them, well, you could get yourself into some trouble or make it worse, or you're feeding there, whatever. So try to strike a harmonious balance where you enjoy what you have, and at the same time, you don't feed into their nonsense and drama, because that's what's going to allow this to close itself out anyway, okay? And let's get a final card on this Five of Swords here and see what we can get as final piece of advice for you to close this one out, my lovely Leos. All right. All right. So this one says, rise above it. It's not yours to carry. You are an empath. How can you detach from the drama? Wow. Could that be any more fitting? So again, I just feel like this is nothing but drama here. I feel like you're either going to be in a relationship with this King of Pentacles, or this is your, energy that you are, and it could be both. You could be in a relationship and have a promotion at work. This could all be, once you harness your strength, the sky's the limit, right? But either way, the more you, move towards the positive, the more there's going to be haters, the more that misery wants that company, and they're going to be annoyed, and they're going to be jealous, and there's going to be all that drama, right? So again, the best thing you can do is try to balance it by not getting involved in it, okay? Try to stay out of it, but still enjoy what you have. Strike that balance, okay? If you need to kind of keep everything low key with what you have, kind of not put your stuff on Front Street, your relationship, your job information, whatever, fine. If you want to download that stuff, that's fine. If that's the way you can strike a balance, that's fine too. Whatever it is that's going to make you be able to avoid the drama is the best thing. But for goodness sake, okay, avoid the drama, but not at your own expense, because that's not a balance, right? If you're like, okay, well, if it's going to cause drama, I just won't go for the job. I just won't date anybody. If it's that's you giving up, okay? And that's not balance. And that's not you getting your wants and desires, solar plexus, chakra moment, okay? So strike the balance, avoid the drama, figure out how to harness your strength, get what you want, enjoy all the things that you will get when you harness your strength, because trust me, when you start expecting people to respect you in the way you deserve to be respected, you will get that respect, okay? You will get it. You'll get it in relationship. You'll get it in work. You'll get it wherever, okay? But when you succeed, what happens? Haters, okay? So you're just going to have to learn to deal with that, okay? Deal with it in a nice, balanced fashion so it can close itself out without you having to close out your dreams, hopes, desires for other people to be petty, right? Okay. All right. So I hope this worked out for you. I hope everything is good and it does resonate with you. If it does, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. Otherwise, I hope to see you back for your May reading. Bye.